Uh-huh. And that's it?
That should get it.
Okay.
You're still live, so I'll
Yeah.
confirm when it's up.
Okay. Check, check, 1, 2, chickadee, chick, chick, chick. Can you hear me?
Delay, waiting. That's it, it's working.
It's working?
Thank you, come again.
Greg Coonert, thank you so much. I love you.
Bye.
You say you love me. You better say you love me. He hung up on me without telling me he loves me. Oh, my goodness. Are you there? Everybody here?
Yeah,
Can we hear everybody? We got sound? Okay. I don't know what YouTube's going to do with this, but there'll probably be 10 versions of the stream. Let's start the show again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of screwed up podcasts everywhere, welcome to Thursday Night Live. Woo, baby. Let's break it down one time. Come on. Let's do the Wirecast Sucks dance. Wirecast. Can't remember my settings. Thanks, Wirecast. I got something for you. Ooh, what's behind the hand? Oh, yes. You know, if only I had a controller to break. I need to break something. I really need to break something.
Why don't you just break a heart, Ken? Break someone's heart.
Okay, now I have to worry that your audio is doing that overloading thing. Let me just go ahead because we've messed with everything. Let me just make sure. Because I know it's...
Yeah. Too loud?
Yeah, it's going to be too loud. Hold on a second. Please stand by. I'm so sorry about all this. I can't remember how I did that. I can't remember. Oh, there we go. I did that. All right, now give me 1, 2.
Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, hopefully that'll
better?
be good. Now we go over here.
1, 2, 3.
And now
Hello,
we got Jeff. Jeff, buddy. How you doing, pal?
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. I can't remember how that works. Okay, so far so good. Welcome back to the show. You stand by for the news, buddy. So, is everything good? Everything good? Audio
Everything
good?
is just toothy.
Okay, Zach says everything's good. And you know, if Zach says it's good, then it's good.
It's
Thank you.
Zach seal of approval.
Thank you for being patient. We're going to have to do like 10 razzes just to make me feel better tonight. Kelly from ReadySetDrone is co-hosting and being very patient with me and my filthy mouth. I hope none of that got out of there.
I did record all that.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Another Ken Heron rant. Well, let's go ahead and play the sponsor. This rant was brought to you by Pigeon Jerky. Enjoy, everyone.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat.
I hope you can hear Pigeon Jerky.
It's balanced nutrition to help them grow.
Yeah.
And it's full of fiber to make them go.
All right.
You'll enjoy pigeon jerky.
Pigeon Jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. Yeah. Woo! All right, did everybody hear the Pigeon Jerky?
Of course.
Okay, your audio is overmodulated a little bit. If you can cut that down there, Kelly.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull that out.
Okay.
I could go grab a different mic.
Well, no,
I was just using
that's
that
fine. You
mic.
look like a sportscaster.
Yes.
Looks fantastic.
Is that better? I moved it away from my mouth.
Yeah, that's good. And you have the background just deliciously blurred. That's very
like
nice.
that?
Look how you've done that. No,
It's just one button. There you go.
okay, because it looked like some weird effect.
Yeah, it is a weird effect.
Okay,
It's the blur my background effect.
Okay, it was messing with my head. I didn't know what was going on. I thought it was something I was doing.
You like this better? This is so actually for everyone who doesn't know, about 15 minutes ago, Jeff and Ken and I were just joking around upstairs because I had this big setup I had done with lights and everything, and then my internet started having problems. We just started having all kinds of gremlins, and now I have got my computer stacked on a bunch of books on my desk. So it's working.
It looked fantastic. You always look fantastic, no matter where you are. Thank you for
appreciate that.
taking time to come down here with us under 100,000 subscriber people to slum it. I know it must make you feel like, you know, you're on the wrong side of the tracks now, having to be down here with us lowly.
I feel a little dirty, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I feel that every day.
And I say that because every time I see this number, it makes me excited for you, and I'm very proud of you. But then I look over at my number, and I'm like,
Dude, you're growing fast. It's all good.
Ah, that's all right. People are enjoying the stream. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the show, no matter how many times it screws up. I guess people find it entertaining when my face turns red. And I think we had a couple super chats trying to cheer me up. Droning Harry, thank you so much. You rock, Mr. Heron. Ah, that's nice of you. And
Yes, Droning Harry.
I didn't want to miss another one. I think I missed another one, but I can't scroll back that far.
This one's for your body now.
Let's go ahead and bring Jeff in with the drone news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the drone news you'd ever want to know about. Let's go to the drone newsroom now with Jeff Sills. What's happening, Jeff?
Well, it's been a busy news week. Not as much as we've seen in the past, but I guess an interesting amount of news. I want to preface this first one. This is fake. It is not real.
Okay.
And I want to make that very clear because a viral clip of an Amazon blimp releasing drones came out on April Fool's Day. People started thinking this thing was real.
Yeah, it's the sound that gives it away.
His daughter Judy, right?
Right.
There.
Man, that's it looks real.
This was actually put together by a guy in Japan who used information from an honest-to-God Amazon patent. So this is actually an idea that Amazon has. So there is some reality to it, but it's not real.
Let me bring it to the part where that gave it away for me. When they do this fake focus in and out of focus thing, as if the camera you're using didn't focus on something. Here it comes. Right there. That's what gave it away for me, that fake defocus effect there.
But you know what? I have never seen a cooler looking blimp than that. It's actually like a quadcopter blimp. It looks like it has 4 turbines on the bottom.
That's a really cool looking blimp.
I'll tell you guys a quick story. I actually got to ride in the Goodyear blimp one time.
Me too, man.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, in Birmingham, Alabama. It was awesome, isn't it?
It was, the weirdest part is it takes off straight up. Like it just kind of rotates, goes up, and then when it lands, it noses down and just goes straight down. It was wild.
And the pilot uses like wheels. It looks like he's in a wheelchair, but he's using these wheels next to him to steer it like this.
And everybody's voice sounded like this on the thing too.
No, he must have had a leak. Megan Peron, $10 super chat. Thank you so much. By the way, I neglected to mention our guest tonight, Ian Titchener. He is standing by. We're going to call him in a little bit. He's in the UK. He's UK Flight Certification School instructor, and we're going to talk to him about things and stuff and whatnot. And it's 1:30 a.m. there. So
very nice of him to stay up late,
isn't it?
I'll say you guys have I have a blimp envy now, so you guys have got me beat there. Going on the basis of the whole hoax/fake news thing, we'll go on to the next story, which is a year ago we reported on an airplane incident with a drone. It happened in Australia with a guy named Rod Vaughn, who happened to be some, I guess, important journalist or somebody famous there, who crashed his plane. The CAA has finished their investigation and have concurred that a drone was not the cause of the accident. In fact, there was no drone involved at all. Poor windscreen maintenance led to the windscreen failing on the plane while it was in flight, causing him to have his accident.
Okay.
But of course, naturally, it's much better if you just blame a drone.
Right. Once again, drones are vilified uselessly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. When is that going to stop? When is that going to stop?
Never.
Yeah, never. So, Ken, you shared this with me, and apparently this was something that was pretty important because the European Parliament is banning memes.
Oh, yeah. Why would they do that?
Apparently, they have a copyright directive that basically allows search engines and aggregators to pay a link tax on I guess content that users upload. So if you have a meme featuring a picture or somebody that the EU owns rights to, the copyright holder can make a claim on YouTube against you for that content.
Oh, well, I probably should stop showing these memes then.
Yeah.
Sorry, EU. Yeah, that's ridiculous. It's just another indication that lawmakers have no sense of humor.
You're such a meme. You're such a meme.
Ah, there you go. And a couple of these.
The FAA decided they wanted to get in on the mix because they've had, I guess, a new set of guidelines for drone pilots and an effort to go after the risky operators. So they have increased the enforcement protocols on the, I guess, people doing bad things with drones due to the number of illegal operations that have happened here within the United States.
Okay. Quickly, thank you for the super chat, Jerry Freeman, $10 super chat for those look nice headphones. I'm sure they're great. Heronades. Oh, I haven't heard that one yet.
Oh, wow.
A Heronade. Eh? What's that you say? I need a Heronade. I like that. Very nice. Golf clap for you. There you go.
So basically the way this is going to come down is that in 2018 and 2019 there was no enforcement done by the FAA on that resulted in any financial or punitive consequences to pilots that were caught violating airspace. That's going to change. They're going to start going after people and they're going to start doing more enforcement actions. So expect to see that start ramping up.
Okay.
So next in the news, we had a Wilsonville fire that was caught. I guess the news company there did a video for us of the aftermath of this fire.
This is terrible.
Nobody was injured in this. Basically, it was a construction site that had caught fire, and the nearby condos went up in flames as well. It's just an amazing bit of footage for all the damage that happened in a very short period of time.
And you can see that the streets are actually a fire break because it's kind of contained within that one block. And I mean, sure, there was some heat damage, but the flames didn't get across the street. And that's good that it didn't spread too terribly. But wow, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's really good they didn't use that flammable concrete. You know, a lot of cities were using that for a while.
Oh, yeah, the Flamecrete? Yeah, old Flamecrete. Got to watch that.
Flamecrete.
Oh, but Kelly, if you would, just for a second, could you turn your microphone down just a little? It's still kind of distorted.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, give me a sec. I'll go grab, I have another one like 5 feet away.
Okay.
I'll go get my other mic. It'll be better. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Keep on with the news.
All right, cool.
Okay. Well, in that case, then we talked, yes, a couple of months back about NASA using drones with SETI, where they would fly through caverns using the LiDAR, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
They've taken that same technology now. The CMU team has developed a robot and a drone system that they're going to use in mine rescues, which I think is a fantastic new way.
It gives us access to places that the ground robot can't go. We may encounter staircases that could be blocked with debris, and the challenge is to be able to get through a 1 meter by 1 meter opening. The instruments that the drones are carrying are stereo cameras, RealSense cameras. Those provide three-dimensional space information back to us, photographic information. We're also carrying Velodyne LiDAR systems that can map three-dimensionally the areas that the robots are nearby. And those maps can be fed back to the base station so that the base station user gets a real-time map display and is able to send commands to the robot if it needs to either change course, to launch the drone. For the most part, we don't know what we're going to see. So we need those instruments to be able to do that, as well as to locate artifacts, humans, and other things that may help us once we're inside the mine.
You see how the propellers are configured? Isn't that interesting? How and I think that makes it more agile. in when you're going slowly. You wouldn't want a photography drone necessarily to have that configuration, but if you're going to try to work your way around a space inside, that gives you more vectors. Isn't that great?
Yeah, it is really, really an impressive device. And yeah, the way that they've got the motors kind of cockeyed adds to the stability. Of course, they don't need it to go fast, but they need it to be accurate and be able to get good data from it. So
right.
Really excited to see how this transposes in the future.
Yep.
So in the news also, there was a funeral recently in Brooklyn for a rabbi that had passed away, and they had a huge turnout of people that came out for this particular funeral procession. And somebody decided they wanted to fly their drone over it, which of course we know flying over crowds is sort of a no-no.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, the drone fell from the sky and actually hit a female cop in the face.
In the face?
Yep.
That's horrible.
The person was arrested and charged with assault and reckless endangerment and spent the night in jail.
I have an email from someone who sent in some video of someone who is violating some rules by flying over people with an Inspire 1. We'll share that here in a little bit. Kelly, you doing all right? Mr. Noisy? Okay. Look, the cord goes right in there. He had it all set up. I mean, it was looking good and everything, and then the internet, and then my screwed up. If you're still watching by now, I imagine, what we got, like 10 people watching? Thank you.
285. 285. How do I sound, by the way? Is that
turn
better?
Down a little bit. Turn the mic down a little bit.
All right. Let me find the gain switch.
Yeah.
There it is. Gain. How's that? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Turning it down. Turning it down. Turning it down.
Turn it down a little bit more.
Okay.
Right
1,
there.
2, 3.
Right there.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Fantastic.
Okay. Right.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Now back to Jeff.
All right. So we also talked in the news recently about the AK47 drone.
Oh, man. This is crazy.
They've got some new video out because they've modified the drone now to fire shotgun rounds.
Oh, it's so scary. Any other information, Jeff?
This particular drone, of course, obviously the way that it takes off and lands is pretty neat. They're planning on putting flamethrowers on these. They're having all sorts of great ideas to, I guess, maximize the damage capability of this. But this one fires a semi-automatic shotgun, and it actually takes out drones in this video. They've actually used it as proof of concept.
Look at that. They just shot something out of the sky. I totally agree.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Gun aside, it's a pretty cool bit of tech. You remove the whole lethal aspect of it, and it's kind of nifty. Watch how it lands.
Yeah, I love the landing.
I totally wouldn't fly something that could kill me, but it is impressive nonetheless.
Well, for those of you in the audience that's interested, it's a Vepr 12 shotgun. It's a semi-automatic version of the Vepr 12.
Yes, and it's available at theywillputyouunderthejail.com. Yeah.
Wow. So okay, so the last bit of news is something that's close to my heart because I'm a huge Marvel fan. I'm a big Deadpool fan.
Oh, I think I know what's coming.
But yeah, and of course my birthday's coming up. I just want to hint to everybody out there. DJI Telo has released the Iron Man edition of their Telo drone, and I want one so bad.
Ordered mine day before yesterday. Or
Did you?
Whenever I got the email. Yeah.
You know, make me jealous.
Hey, you know what? Actually, Jeff, I offered to give it to Ken, and he said no. He said it's for nerds and losers.
I did not. I did not say that. I did not say that. I said you would probably get more benefit from giving it away on your channel.
Well, maybe I should just give it to Jeff.
Because
that might make more sense.
Because you need help with your channel. Clearly, you need help with your channel by giving stuff away. You're how do you eat? I don't understand. It just doesn't make any.
Here's why that thing is cool. I mean, obviously the Iron Man part is really awesome, but the coolest part about that is this is like the start of this collaboration with DJI and brands that I think could do a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is Marvel, Intel, and DJI all working together, and this particular version of the drone works with like 4 or 5 different applications that allow you to program it not only from your computer but also from like a portable device, etc. I mean, this is the coolest bit of tech that they've done with the Telo, and I want one.
What's gonna be the difference between the regular Telo and this one?
The paint job.
The paint job. Okay.
The software.
Will that little button on top glow like on the suit? Will it glow, you think?
Did you watch the little promo video on the DJI site for it?
I watched the
where
promo
it all kind
video.
of comes together.
It looks illuminated, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's probably just drawn on with like a luminescent paint.
It's glow in the dark. You hold it under a light for an hour, and then you go fly outside, and it glows.
Now, one question I have, because I've never actually had a Telo. This says on the DJI site that it comes with quick release blades. Does all of the Telos have quick release blades?
Yeah, I think you can pull them right off. I've never had to replace mine, but I will say it's interesting. I was telling Ken this. We talked yesterday or 2 days ago. Telo is one of the most searched for terms on my site right now on YouTube. So people are very interested in it. It's a great little drone. It doesn't have GPS, but the optical recognition on it is really good. And the app, it's one of the few drones I've flown using an app that's actually worthwhile.
Well, I mean, Artco has one. I know that several other YouTubers that I've talked to have them. They all say nothing but great things about them, and I've always wanted to have one, but I didn't really like those. This one, I'm absolutely in love with. I desperately want this drone.
All right, I saw somebody do a super chat saying we should raise enough funds, $129. So I'm all for that.
Dan Castle.
It's all Ken's money, so it's up to him.
Dan Castle towards Jeff's Telo. Yes, people don't realize this, but I do actually pay Jeff to do the news. Do I not?
Yes, you do.
I do, and it comes.
Pay him in Telos.
I don't pay him Telo money, but I do pay him something to do this because it
Thank you very much, Kelly. I appreciate your support.
Take a lot of his time, so please check out Drone Book. And what else you got going on? People should check out your channel. You're loading up a bunch of your old newscasts.
Yeah, I have the newscasts from the previous episodes have been streaming slowly but surely, day by day, into the channel. They're all pre-programmed, so for the rest of this week and probably into next week, there'll be new episodes showing up at noon every day. Okay, very good. Well, thank you for being on with us, and I appreciate you, and everyone does, and you're the best.
Hey, before Jeff goes, Ken, you mentioned you might make a road trip soon. Can you mention about that?
Yes, sometime in May I'll be heading to the Woodlands in Texas, and hopefully we're all going to meet up.
Yeah.
And
will you be here on a Thursday? How cool would it be to do TNL live from somewhere?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, Chris Rollins and. Hopefully, Kelly Shores and Jeff Sills will all get together. And the reason why I'm coming down there is, one, to visit my dad and make sure I'm still in the will. And then two, is to shoot a .50 caliber gun at the police department at a drone laden with tannerite. Yeah, and film it in slow motion. So that's going to be awesome. All right, so we've got Ian standing by. We have to say goodbye to you, Jeff.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
All right. Jeff is awesome. He's the best. Now, I know Ian is standing by, but before we go to him, I want to play a video. Just as a little transition. This is from Dennis OHara. You were aware that I lived in Duluth, Minnesota, right?
I knew that.
Yes, and I lived on an island that was connected to the mainland by the world's largest aerial lift bridge, which is a bridge that lifts the entire road up to let these huge Great Lake ships go underneath. And Dennis O'Hara sent this.
I did not know that.
Yeah, this isn't a drone video, but this is an amazing video. I think it's from the camera that's on the Maritime Museum there. And he says, "Hello, Ken. Spring has sprung in Duluth. I thought you would like to see the American Century ship as it arrived in Duluth this afternoon for Midwest Energy." And that's from Dennis O'Hara. So here that video is. Enjoy.
Security, WD Joy 76. Motor vessel American Century inbound Duluth Piers in about 25-30 minutes. Going to Midwest Energy. American Century inbound Duluth Piers 25 to 30 minutes. Turning to Eastgate Base and back down to Midwest Energy. The American Century.
Now this is obviously sped up quite a bit, and that gets jammed with ice. They have icebreaker ships that go through this waterway to break it up so the ships can get through. And this camera is on top of the Maritime Museum there.
That's awesome.
And the bridge that you'll see, I had to cross over to get to work every day.
What was the name of the island?
You know, I can't remember. It's been many years, but look at that bridge.
Yeah, just and look at that ice just moving. That's amazing.
And that little building on the bridge part, that's where the operator sits. I actually applied after I lost my cool radio job, I needed something, so I applied to work there.
You mean the one that looks like a lighthouse?
No, the one on the bridge part. On the uppy down part of the bridge, that little building in there, that's where the operator sits.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. And it was about a 30-minute wait every time a ship went under, and sometimes I was late.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like when you hit a big train, right? Only it's a freighter.
North Carolina.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, that was awesome. Thank you very much, Dennis O'Hara. I've got lots and lots of amazing video to share, but right now, let's go ahead and bring in Ian as he is waiting.
Hello, Ian.
Now 1:35. No, he's not on yet. I still have to blow up Skype and bring him in.
Oh, goodness.
Goodness. So let me see if I can do that. And now, here is Kelly Shores with a joke.
Aha. Oh, okay. All right. This is the one I was saving.
Yeah.
Who is the roundest knight in King Arthur's court?
Who is the roundest knight in King Arthur's court? Who?
The roundest knight, Circumference.
Circumference. I like it. Very good. Hey, there he is. Ian.
Hi, Ken.
Hey, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hello, Ian.
Hi, Kelly.
Hey.
Welcome.
Oh, man. So what time is it there in jolly old England?
It's 1:38 a.m.
Okay. And now, did you wake up or did you just stay up?
No. I had a couple of hours sleep and set an alarm and actually managed to wake up for once.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you very much for making time for us. You are you are a flight instructor?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I run national qualified entity. So there are about 36 companies in the UK who are able to certify people to the relevant standards to be a certified remote pilot, and we're one of those businesses.
Okay, and I have your website here. This is the Pro Drone Academy. Is that right?
That's us.
Okay, wonderful. So the name, the FAA equivalent is called the Civil Aviation Authority?
That's right, yes, yeah, the CAA, yeah.
Okay, and tell us a little bit about the school and what the differences are as far as you know between the FAA, because you guys have to get certified as well in order to charge money for drone work. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. We have to you have to go through a course with somebody like us and apply for your permission for commercial operation, your PFCO qualification, and that you have to attend a ground school, sit a theory exam, develop an operations manual, which is basically a set of standard operating procedures, and also pass a practical flight assessment. So I think you guys in the US, you have is it a 2 or 3 hour exam?
Yeah.
To get your Part 187?
60 questions, I think, and no practical.
Yeah, that's quite different to what we have in the UK.
So on the practical, does an instructor go out and give, kind of give critique or kind of like a driving test?
Very, very similar, yeah. I mean, basically, the examiner assumes the role of a client, and the candidate has to take you from the moment you arrive to actually set the site up and show you how they're mitigating all of the risks,
Nice.
and actually perform a set of flight maneuvers. So yeah, it can take anything up to sort of 2 hours.
So what kind of time investment if someone gets a drone in the UK and they want to go through this process, what kind of time and money will they expect to have to go through and spend in order to get their certification?
So it varies from business to business. I mean, we have a 2-day course, a 3-day course, and a 4-day course because we've got sort of optional bolt-ons that people can buy as well. But typically, to kind of attend a course, buy a drone, get your insurance, and get up and running, it's probably around £2,000, I would imagine.
Whoa!
Oh,
Wow!
I actually failed my very first Part 107 test, and it costs $150 each time you take it, whether you pass or fail it. And I thought, oh well, I'll just flush that down the drain. And my mistake was I used the study materials that were offered by the FAA. I did not take a separate course. But then my second try around, I said, well, I'm not going to lose $150 again. So people in the UK can, if they fail it, what happens?
Well, basically, I mean, if they fail, they get resits of either the theory or the practical flight assessment. But yeah, I mean, they have to reach the minimum required standard in order to kind of pass and get their certifications from us to apply for their PFCO. So, but we work with our candidates kind of on an ongoing basis with everything from sort of asking them to come back and resit the course to giving them private flight tuition to get them through. So it's very rare that someone fails. We help people develop and get to the required standard.
Good. How many certified pilots are there in the UK?
At the moment, I think there are around 4,900. So nowhere near the number there are in the US.
Right. Yeah, we're just there. How many? There's over 100,000 or more now, isn't there, Kelly? Last I heard.
Yeah, I think it's closing in on 200,000 actually.
Oh wow.
For as of the beginning of this year. So one other question in terms of the actual test. When you go out and the person is treating you as if they're your client, do they maybe ask you to do things that you shouldn't do? And you have to tell them no and why? Is that part of it?
No, not at all. No, they can ask you to act as a visual observer, but generally speaking, no. I mean they're so well read up on the what they should and shouldn't do. We have the odd one that fails, but
Oh no, I meant as like a test for the pilot. I've been doing more gigs where people will ask me to do things, and I have to really think about it. Is this something I can do, or is there an alternative? And so if I was being tested, I would definitely, think back and say, okay, what's the alternative to this? Instead of flying over that road, where could I go and get the similar shot? That kind of thing.
No, there's no curveballs or tricks thrown. I mean, we have set exercises like a simulated aircraft incursion, like a dog's run onto the operating site, or someone's walked over the cordons and is on their way up to your big orange cones. And what would you do in those situations? And
what is standard operating procedure when a dog walks on?
Yeah.
Well, basically, we have an emergency landing site. So if it was safe, you would land the drone. If not, then you would bring it down and hold a hover, maybe at sort of 5 to 10 meters, where the dog can't jump up and grab the drone.
See, in the U.S., you would hover down close to the drone and try to make the dog jump.
Yeah. So that you can get a good shot of the dog trying to kill your drone.
Right.
Yeah. What everybody's kind of familiar here with the 400-foot ceiling, and you can't fly over people, and flying at night. Do you have similar rules in the UK?
I'll bet they do it in meters. Do you do it in meters?
No. It's distance in meters and height in feet. So it's same aviation convention the world over. Yeah. So.
Oh wow.
So
okay.
It's different for a hobbyist and a PFCO, but you have to maintain. You have to be 50 meters away from any vehicle, vessel, structure, or person not under your control, or 30 meters at takeoff and landing, and if you're not a professional pilot, 150 meters from any built-up area or gathering of more than 1,000 people. So,
see, most Americans would fail just because they wouldn't know what the meters were. They're
Well,
like, it looks like about 200 feet to me.
Right. Well, we have this great little rule that says if you're within 400 feet of a structure, then you can go higher. I like that one.
No, we can't do that. No, it's above surface level.
Okay.
So
and
400 feet above the surface.
And you can't fly over people or cars.
You can if you're at 50 meters or 50 meters or higher.
Oh, okay.
But, it's not really accepted good practice to do so.
All right. What about flying at night? Can you do that there?
You can, provided you meet the criteria. So you have to have an illuminated takeoff and landing site. You've got to have a strobe on your drone and lights and that kind of thing. So, but there are people that do it anyway.
Okay. I have two non-drone questions. One is, why do people in the UK still use miles instead of kilometers? And then the other one is, why are you guys doing the renter arrears thing? I just started watching this show, Can't Pay, They'll Take It Away, where the Crown will send dudes to your house if you don't pay the rent, and they can just walk in, check your papers, and take your stuff. It's the best show ever.
I've seen that show. It's awful.
It's
the
awful.
Maury
Awesome.
Povich of British TV.
It is. It is. How do you put up with that? There would be riots here if dudes from the government came in and tried to take your stuff.
We're very civilized over here. We thank them for coming and taking our stuff.
Oh wow, you guys are civil. So why the miles? How come you say, oh, I'm 20 miles down the road? You do use miles and miles per hour or sometimes.
I've no idea. We like to stick to our traditions here in the UK. So
those things are called imperial, right? That's the imperial measurement system. So I think it originated in the UK. I thought
it did. Yeah, I think we invented. Or was it the Romans invented the mile? I think it dates back to the Romans.
Just go with it.
But okay, we'll just go with it. So right now, if you go to your site on the About tab, there is a gentleman on there, and his name is Pete Cleary. He's an instructor examiner. I'm sure he's a wonderful fellow, but if you look here, it does look like a mugshot. Was he not allowed to smile that day?
No, not at all. No, that's Pete's serious face.
Okay. All right. Well, I have something right now for UK viewers. You can get 10% off when you sign up using Ken10. So KEN 10. And I guess that's what, for the first 10 people that sign up?
Yep, that'll do.
Okay, so that's all they need to know, just when they sign up to put
just
that in? Or
Ken10. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. So what do you got coming up? What kind of drones do you own?
Wow, I recently went into a DJI shop in Reykjavik, and there was only one thing in the entire shop I didn't actually own. So,
and then you bought it?
No, I didn't know.
What was it, made of ice?
No, not at all. No. It's we've got a Matrice 600. We've got an Inspire 1 Pro, 2 Phantom 4s, both the new Mavics, and yeah, I think that's it.
And what's your favorite DJI drone?
Probably the Phantom 4, just because of its flexibility.
I agree. And now
a Ford Transit does anything.
Yeah, and now Kelly here, he won't admit it, but he's on the end with DJI. He knows all the dirt. He knows if there's going to be a Phantom. Yeah. He knows if there's going to be a Phantom 5 or not. So let me go ahead and ask him. Maybe you can judge by his face when I ask, Kelly, is there going to be a Phantom 5?
The question is the answer, my friend.
Oh,
I heard it's going to be a Phantom 4 engine.
No, there's not going to be a Phantom 5.
There's not.
Nope.
Are you sure?
You heard it here first. I'm sure.
I think you're lying, sir. You're lying.
I suppose that's one thing.
Well, Ian, we appreciate you being on. Of course, with all of our guests, we do this thing called Would You Ride It? Are you familiar with the Would You Ride It?
Absolutely, yeah, I watch every week.
Oh, wonderful. Well, this week I don't have a lot of information about this. Not at all. The Would You Ride It is an interesting little gizmo, and maybe some of you have already seen this. I don't know what it's called, where it's from, how it runs, anything about it, but the question remains, and please answer this in the chat. Would you ride it? And here it is. So girlfriend's there taking the picture. Already I'm at a no. It doesn't seem to be much.
Oh, I think I might have emailed this to you. Yeah.
Much protection. Where is this from?
I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, I looked and looked. I could not find. I even looked at Unilad Tech on their websites and everything. I couldn't find this. But it looks pretty genuine. I think it's real.
But it's good if you'd like your legs taken off just below the knee.
Yeah. I would have my legs.
That's kind of a problem with all of these, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have these spinning propellers. That's
Now,
the
we can live
downside.
without your legs at the end of the day. At least you've got your hands to handle the transmitter.
True.
I think I would do it. I think I would ride that.
Why can't they have the propellers further away, though?
It's a good question.
Oh, and look, his controller has the peel still on it. Did you notice that? That would drive me nuts. And what happens?
No. It keeps it clean so no blood gets on it.
That's true.
The blade hits your...
when you get decapitated.
It's not called a peel. It's called a blood protector.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing. Unless you've got that controller strapped to your hands, what happens if you drop it? You are screwed.
Or it flies into the propeller and gets chopped into millions of pieces.
Let's see. Droning Harry says, life with no legs. Robin Ripping Gill says, heck no. Geeks Vana says, no, and no.
Old man under the tree would do it, though.
Steve Moran says, no way, Jose. Yeah, old man under the tree. He's a nut. Barry Miller. He said he would.
How many people in the audience have actually flown in an ultralight before? I've done an ultralight, and this is kind of similar, except an ultralight has wings.
Yeah. I just absolutely wouldn't. Kelly, you say you would?
I would, yeah.
And Ian, would you?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Yeah. I'd have to go with Ian on this one.
I'm also very well insured, so if I crashed, my wife would be very rich. So
yeah,
there you go.
Okay, so well, at least the girlfriend's there to pick up the pieces.
Right. He's probably well insured, and she's hoping he'll crash, so she'll get rich.
Yeah. Well, Ian, is there anything else you'd like to share with us before you go back to sleep?
No, just thanks for all the effort you put in, Ken. No, it's a great show. I watch every week. So do my kids, actually. So hello, Joshua and Ava.
Oh, that's nice.
Very cool.
All right.
Cool. My kids only know when I'm doing Ken's show they have to be quiet. That's what they like. Everybody quiet. I'm on the air. Can't you tell?
And I appreciate that.
I've been asleep for the last 4 hours.
Wonderful. All right, Ian. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ken.
Appreciate you being on. And there is a link in the description to all of Ian's places, so go check that out. All right. See you later, buddy.
Guys. Take care.
Okay, bye.
Now it's time for the next thing that's gonna happen, and here it is.
All right. I love those.
Somebody wants a Raz.
Oh, is it time to Raz?
I'm feeling it.
You know, you're probably right. Just from the opening of the show.
Let's just take a deep breath.
Yeah, let's go ahead and Raz it up.
Can we hold virtual hands while we do
Sure,
this?
man. Reach out, buddy. I got
All
you,
right.
pal. Okay.
Right, there we go.
Yes. Here we are. We have immersed ourselves in the Raz. As I do my hokey English accent that Ian will no doubt pick apart.
Yeah, you actually sound like the narrator from SpongeBob.
Good. I thank you, sir. Remember, there's nothing bad can happen here in the Raz.
What gets wetter the more it dries?
What?
A towel.
Sage words from Kelly as we let the Raz envelop us. What a wonderful, wonderful place to be. And we're done. Fantastic.
Oh, that was great, man. I feel like a new person.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I feel like a newborn.
It's like a massage.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, so the prize tonight. I didn't even mention the prize. The big
prize.
The big giveaway is from Catifo. I think that's how you say it. It's this holder thingamawhatsits. You know how when you have your Osmo Pocket attached to your phone, it's kind of flopping around?
Yeah,
Well,
it's the worst.
Yeah, no longer with this. This is solid. This is not plastic. This is metal. This is aluminum or aluminium, depending
Aluminium.
on what part of the world you're from.
Isn't it called a deflopper? An Osmo Pocket deflopper?
It is. It's a deflopperatron. So let me go ahead and turn this on very quickly.
Oh, all you got to do is breathe it, talk into its ear a little bit. That'll turn it on.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm
Whisper.
turning it on. There we go.
That's awesome. Yeah. Wow, very steady.
Yeah. So we'll give this away here in a little bit. But first, let's get to some really cool videos. And I've got actual email that we'll share. And Greg, you're going to watch because this has something to do with Australia. Do you like trains, Kelly?
I do. They're pretty cool.
What size trains are you a fan of? Do you like big trains or little trains? Model trains?
I do like, I have a friend who built a model train track around his office, and I always thought that was super cool. Just goes around the whole, around the top. I always thought that was really cool. But I'm going to Germany this summer, and one of the things I'm most excited about is riding the trains around in Germany.
Oh, they have some great trains there. Is it going to be a steam train or diesel train?
No. These are like state of the art. These things are fast. As a matter of fact, I went in 2014. I rode from Basel, Switzerland to Munich, and we sat right in front. And the entire front of the train, where the passengers are, looks into the cockpit, and you can watch the guy driving the train. It was super cool.
Oh, that is cool. Well, Mark Hodges sent an email. He says, "Hey Ken, here's a link for a Mavic Air drone video I made of a friend's scale model train on a farm in eastern Wisconsin last summer. I think you're going to like this. Check it out."
Cool.
So here's the farm.
I like the music.
And here's the train. Looks huge, right?
It does look huge.
But wait, you can ride it! I don't know what scale this is, but I love the dudes that do this. They set up track and they're on their land.
That's awesome.
Isn't it?
It's what is it? Scale HO. Does anybody know what HO stands for? That was on the model trains I had as a kid. They would say it was HO.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard for toys.
Yeah, but I mean, what does it mean?
Oh, I don't know. And then I had the older track that had like 3 rails on it.
Wow.
And then
one was for power. Was it one was the electric rail and the other 2 held it on?
I guess. But isn't this? Look at it. It's like
that's really cool.
When I worked at a place called Playland in Ocean City, New Jersey, and I drove a train that was a little bit bigger than this. It was an actual diesel train. I was a train operator. Went around the whole park.
Did you have the hat?
I did. The whole thing. The whole thing. I was ed up with it. And I'd have to go around every day and grease the corners because it would make an ungodly, like, if you didn't grease the track.
And that's where the expression greasing the corners comes from.
Yeah.
Ken, were you greasing the corners again?
If you know what I'm saying.
I like the seats too. I like the fact that there's no seat belts, there's no rails, there's nothing holding you in. It's just go.
The horses didn't like it too much. But imagine being this guy. He put that together himself. It took him probably years to build all that track to lay it down like that. And
honey, I pulled our retirement account out. I hope you like what I did with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honey, are you still there?
Yeah.
Honey.
If you marry a guy like that, you know a train's coming. Awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you, Mark Hodges, for sharing that video. That was amazing. Now, I'm gonna show an illegal drone flight that was sent in from a guy named D-Dub.
And by the way, Upcountry Junk, thank you for the comments about HO for rail transportation modeling.
Oh, what does it mean?
1.87 scale.
Oh, okay. Thanks for that info. So yeah, and every time I say his name, D-Dub. That's what you get.
D-Dub!
Hey, Ken, today I have my usual helping of YouTube drone videos playing, and I came across this video that made me cringe. I'm normally the guy that doesn't meddle in other people's business. Well, I'm breaking that right now. I realize this video is from 2015, which may be before the 400-foot deal was even established. This person flew not only above people, but a densely populated area with a huge Inspire 1. It would have been horrific had the drone fallen on the crowd. This video really bothered me, Ken. The person has had several videos of them breaking every rule possible. What do you and your viewers think? So
this wasn't my channel, I hope.
No, but I see videos like this all the time from people just clearly breaking the rules. I wondered if they even know, do they know about the rules and they're just willfully breaking the rules first over traffic? That's a no-no. He's going clearly way beyond line of sight. And then look at this.
Oh, geez.
So, the Inspire 1 is a great drone, and DJI makes great drones, but anything could happen. A bird could hit it, prop could fail, anything. And if that fell, that would kill someone from that height. It would kill them.
Yeah. No, you're right.
And he just sits there. Just sitting there, looking down. So, Kelly, what are your thoughts on this? What are people saying in the chat?
Well, I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, this is why we have an uphill battle as far as our PR goes, right? This is why we have to be vigilant and call these people out, I mean, the just the stadium thing was ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not surprised. And I agree. I'm not usually the kind of guy that gets in someone else's business, but at the end of the day, this is kind of our business. So we need to make sure if you see somebody doing this, or if you see this kind of thing, give it a big thumbs down and comment and say, dude, that's not right. Don't post that.
Right. We're not the drone police, but there really aren't any drone police. The FAA, they're not the drone police either. They're not looking for people. They can only find people that get reported to them. And on that, I've left a link in the description to where if you want to, you can go ahead and report naughty drone people. Thank you, D-Dub.
Yeah, do you remember that song by Cheap Trick a few years back, The Drone Police? The Drone Police.
They're coming out of my head.
The Drone Police.
Yeah, you're singing that too well. I'm going to get a copyright strike.
We should do a parody. We should just write a bunch of parodies, like your Bad to the Drone or Flying My Drone parody. That was pretty awesome.
Bad to the Drone.
For everyone that didn't see Ken Heron sing Flying My Drone, you got to come to Spin Up next year. So can I give a quick update on that?
Absolutely, please, yes.
So I will tell everyone that October 19th is the date. It's a Saturday. The reason I haven't been able to go much further with it, or I've been hesitant to do it, is I don't know the venue yet. I'm still trying to get the Dell Diamond, and Scott, who works there, is great, but I think he's holding out to see if like Snoop Dogg's coming back or something, because if he is, we're small potatoes compared to some of the things they book there.
The Dell Diamond was a perfect venue, and yes, the Snoop Dogg was
amazing.
Setting up for their show while we were there.
Yeah. But if you buy a ticket for October 19th, I promise, even if it's in my backyard at my house and we're serving barbecue, my wife's cooking, it's going to be fun and it's going to be good. And Ken will have a parody song called "The Drone Police."
Oh, okay. Kelly's pointing to the stands. I'll have something interesting.
Your assignment is to write another parody because "Flying My Drone" was great.
You got it, man. I'll do it.
All right.
So I encourage everyone to subscribe to Kelly, ReadySetDrone, if you're not already. And it looks like most everyone in the world is.
Well, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to show you something here.
Yeah.
This shows you my.
Are you going to show me your silver play button? Because I'm just gonna leave. I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to cry.
I'm going to show you the fact that it's still It's still actually in the box.
I don't want to see it. Why do you have it in the? How long have you had that?
I've had it for a few months.
And
There it is.
How come you haven't hung it up?
I don't know. I just don't even know what to do with this.
What to do with it?
It's not false modesty. It's just kind of like, all right, this is cool, but where am my wife? I don't know.
Oh, you're the false modesty. Huh? That's cool and everything. Got the play button, but what's that? Is that something?
We'll look at the million and then I'll put it up.
Dude.
So there you go. Hey, maybe I should auction it off for charity.
Is it really? Is it heavy like they say?
You know what? Hold on. I have not. I got it out when I first got it, and then it's been sitting on the shelf. It is heavy, actually. It's pretty heavy. It's very shiny.
Oh,
very mirrory.
Put your finger. Give it some fingerprints.
Yeah, you want some? Okay.
Yeah.
Dude.
Ooh.
Dude.
Oh no.
Dude,
oh, that's
how's that?
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
Ken, you'll have one of these.
I'm
soon.
very proud of you.
And it'll be sitting in a box on your shelf as well.
Oh man, if I ever get one of those, I'm gonna put it on a wall. I'm gonna create an effigy around it with candles and lasers. There's gonna be I'm gonna hire a security guard just to sit there and watch it, make sure it doesn't go crooked. I'm gonna have cameras on it. Oh, the whole thing.
Okay, so Doug had the best suggestion ever. Hang it in the bathroom. I think I will actually do that. That would be. I could watch myself poop in the reflection.
Oh, Kelly. Like I was saying, I encourage everyone to check out ReadySetDrone. It's a wonderful channel. I have a video, one of your latest videos that you've done. Let's go ahead and check that out right now, shall we?
Okay.
Let's.
Copyright strike.
No.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? You're watching ReadySetDrone, and we are here at Horseshoe Bay. And first part of spring break, we are spending out here. And today we did a little bit of boating and wave running and tubing. And the water is cold. The water's in the 50s, and the air was nice. It was mid 60s Fahrenheit. But we had a great day, and I chased this around with the Mavic Air. So I thought I'd share that with you guys.
You know, the Mavic Air, it's really not a bad little machine. It's really good.
It's awesome. And I just got the, I mentioned this to you the other day. You hadn't heard of Master Air Screw props, right?
No, I heard you talking about them, but what's the dealio with them?
So they are these really well-made, engineered propellers, and I was using them on this video. But I also just am doing a review. I should have it out tomorrow, actually. They give you more flight time, and they're quieter. The Mavic Air is super loud. It's bzzz, it's that angry bee sound.
It really is loud, yeah.
And by the way, that's my son and two of his buddies on the jet ski, and my wife actually took them out on the tube. Every time they fell off, it was because my wife was doing crazy whip turns with them.
Have you ever done that thing? I see it sometimes. It's like a flying thing behind the boat. You can get it airborne.
Yeah. I've never done it, but I want to. It's a hydrofoil. So
is that a real thing? I see the videos on it.
Oh yeah. No,
I thought it was an accident, like somebody accidentally got airborne, but it's a thing built to take off.
So there's two versions of that. There's one where you go behind a boat or something, you're being towed, and then there's one that actually has a motor where it's like a surfboard, and you push. It's a remote control, and it lifts you up off the water. It's awesome. I want to try it. I've never done it, but they do it at Lake Austin. It's very fun.
Wow. Well, you're getting some good shots here.
John Satterley. Yes, quieter and more flight time is basically the result of my test with the Master Air Screws, and also the Master Air Screws for the Mavic Pro come in this bright fluorescent orange, which looks awesome. I mean, it's just like, imagine like a hunting vest as propellers on your drone.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
Very cool. So Kelly, there's of course a link in the description if you want to subscribe to his channel.
Yes, thank you.
Kelly, how's your breath?
My breath is minty fresh.
So you don't need a mint, a gub mint?
Wow.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is from John Tarvin. He says, "Hey Ken, Linda and I nearly peed ourselves laughing at your Kelly's Ma and Pa kettle shtick. My morning show partner, also named Kelly, on a previous video. And thanks for including my video in the show. The entire show was great as usual. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate it. If you would like to send me a video, you can do that here. KenHeronUpload@gmail.com. Please send me a streaming link, not a big, huge honking file. It does not have to be edited. I do go through and I edit some of these videos for time. So if you want to send me something, feel free. He goes on to say, when you read my email last time, it seemed like you might have had a bit of confusion when you got to BLM. Do you know what BLM is?
Big landing module.
Close. It's the Bureau of Land Management.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, he says, out in western United States, we have millions of acres under BLM administration. Free camping, hunting, target shooting, and of course, drone flying. BLM also leases some of these public lands to ranchers and farmers. Here's an example of one. It's Alabama Hills near Lone Pine, California. I flew my Phantom 4 Pro on a Leachy Waypoint mission. Looking forward to another great TNL. John Tarvin. So we're going to check out this video that was filmed on government land. This is from John.
And while you're doing it, I'm going to go let my dog in because I hear her whining.
Oh, yeah, go do that, yeah. You know, there's just a bunch of rocks, but it is beautiful. And look in the background. Look at those mountains. I love it when clouds are just sitting on top of mountains like that. It's all about location. Got to find the right place. And you'll notice here, he's just flying straight without any kind of jerky side-to-side movements. That is key to cinematic footage. Very well done. And then we're going to shoot through this little cavern here. Pretty good maneuvering for a Phantom 4. Tony Walker said lenticular clouds. I think a lenticular cloud is a cloud of that's sitting on top of a mountain that's circular. Isn't that right, Kelly?
Yeah. It's they're supposed to be very, very volatile. Like you don't want to fly into one.
Right. The air on a lenticular cloud is not good at all. But that was from John Tarvin flying on government land.
That's awesome. Beautiful.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna play one more video. Then I'm going to get to the snail mail, and then we'll give away this cool Osmo pocket holder thingamawhatsits.
Cool beans.
Now, you've seen videos from this guy, and I'm going to have him on the show probably next month sometime. Jake Sloan. Him and his buddies were up in Alaska just having a filming frenzy. And again, it's all about location. You can just be in a beautiful location like this in Alaska and just point the camera one place, not even move it, and it's just a beautiful spectacle. Well, he says, thanks for playing my glacier video, Ken. Here's another video I put together recently. I'd love to come on the show sometime and talk about winter flying and specifically flying around things like glaciers and mountains if you would want to do that. Yes, I would want to do that very much. Cheers, Jake Sloan. So here that is. It's him and his buddies riding these big, fat, tired bikes. You've seen these before probably, Kelly.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
This is very well done. The edits. Yeah, this music is from the YouTube Music Library.
Very nice.
Yeah. I love the way glacier ice is blue. Watch this shot of him. Watch this. Check this out. He flies backwards through a hole in the ice. Right here.
Wow. That's awesome.
What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just going to say that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's I've ridden I've mountain biked on snow before, and riding on snow is a weird thing. It's a really unusual kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's different than sand, different than rocks.
Have you ever driven on a frozen lake?
No. I would actually, that would scare me. I would fly that drone from earlier, but I would not drive on a frozen lake.
Yeah, when I lived in Minnesota, I drove on a frozen lake, and you can hear it cracking, but there's other cars out there, so you figure it's got to be okay, right?
Well, see, I've grown up in the South, and so frozen lakes to me are just this weird thing that I don't trust it, you know.
This
That's
is
some
just
really good flying too. I mean, just the flying in this video was awesome.
Yeah, it's just stunningly beautiful. The light and the reflections, and very well done. This is from Jake Sloan, and I appreciate you sending that in. Thank you.
Nicely done, Jake.
Yes. All right, let's go ahead and get to some mail.
We just got a letter.
We just
got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from.
Well, I'll tell you who it's from.
Who could it be?
It is from the Wandering Photographer.
Ah,
Not a big long.
or wondering.
Wandering. Wander, as
Wondering
in
and wondering.
wandering. Yeah, and I'm wondering why Mr. Wondering Photographer didn't send much more than this in the envelope. But you know, everybody's been hounding me to get my passport so that I can visit some of these great places overseas and around the world. Well, he has saved me the trouble because he has made me a passport. Look at that.
How nice.
And I'm from Ireland. He made me a passport.
You're wondering why he's not wandering. It's because his passport is fake.
Look at that. Look at that.
You show that to the TSA and see what happens.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? But it's got some pretty good info in here. Let's see.
I'm actually going to Italy in 2 weeks, and I'm doing a gig there, and I'm going to take my Mavic 2. I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have an actual real passport.
I do.
Yeah. When are you going?
I'm going at the end of April. It'll span April through. It's a week, so last week of April, first week of May.
Okay.
And we're actually shooting video of a medical lab. One of our clients here makes medical equipment, and so we'll be shooting at the lab. And I'm just going to take the drone and see if I can get some cool exteriors of the lab. I don't know what it looks like. It's near Milan.
Very good. Very good. Well, we look forward to seeing what you come back with as far as.
I'm
footage.
excited about it. And actually, I had a drone gig this morning. I don't do that many professional drone gigs, but I had one this morning at a container place where they make houses and buildings out of containers. It's called Falcon Structures. So
those are cool. I love those, and they'll stand them up and everything like that.
Super cool. So their whole office was made out of old shipping containers, and then they have a whole process where they take them and they cut them out and they put the interiors in, they paint them, and I filmed all that with my drone today. So
and
that
what's
was really cool.
What's the name of the place?
Falcon Structures.
And it's pretty Falcon interesting, isn't it?
It was really Falcon interesting, and the lady was super nice too. She was great. As a matter of fact, she told me her father just got into flying drones, and I said, well, I know some people. That's
Falcon wonderful. I can't stop once I start.
Falcons like to eat the pigeon jerky.
Yeah. Anubis Arts, thank you very much. Did we miss some pigeon jerky today? No. Well, the show started off kind of rough, but we did get the pigeon jerky, and the little girl will sing it at the end. I think there was a couple of people that donated to Jeff's Iron Man Telo Fund. You can still do that if you want to. Thank you so much for doing that. I need to go through a couple pictures here, if you don't mind.
What you got?
Got a couple pictures. Got one from Stan Cook. He sent this in. I think that's like Mount Rainier or something. Yeah, so that's from Stan Cook.
Yeah.
Dennis W sent this in. So he's got his sticker collection. And by the way, if you'd like to buy a sticker, see how I did that? There's a little smooth transition there. Yeah. If you want some eyeball stickers, I have them in all sizes and flavors. I got chocolate and vanilla and large and small. And as always, if you put an eyeball sticker on your drone and birds attack it, well, then Kelly from ReadySetDrone will replace your drone at no cost to you.
That's right, and you'll get my very own sign thing that's in a box.
You'll get one of those too. And remember, what is the word?
The word bird is a word.
Oh, well, everybody's heard
Bird.
about the bird. Bird. Bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird. Bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird. Well, a bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird. The bird's a word.
All right.
Don't you know about the bird?
The bird is the word?
Everybody knows the bird.
All right. A couple more pictures here. This is from Brandon Fizzer. He said, look at this. Midnight Train lemonade contains razzmatazz.
Wow.
Looks
Who knew?
delicious, yeah. And I have an unusual plea. I would like to... have you ever heard of a place called Holiday World?
Holiday World. Is that like Holiday, Tennessee?
Holiday World and Splash and Safari is an amusement park. It's in Illinois.
No, never heard of it.
Okay, well, if you have heard of it, that means you're close to me. And if you're close to me, then I have 4 passes to
What?
Holiday World,
Holiday
Splash and
World?
Safari. Yes, so these are pricey. You could take the whole family, and all I want in return is to be able to use your giant shop fan. If you have a giant shop fan and you live near me, this is pretty specific. I need one like this.
Is it one of those big ass fans?
Yeah, the big ass fan, the fan with the big ass right there.
Yep,
And
yep.
I won't hurt it, but I want to film it in slow motion. There's a few more things that are going to go along with it, but if you have one of those, check. If you live near me, check. If you know what Holiday World is, check. And if you're willing to let me do something with it that won't damage it, well, then I have these for you.
How is that camera working out for you?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Are you enjoying it?
Oh, so much.
Nice.
Chris Rollins and I are having like this back and forth
know.
tete-a-tete.
Little contest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a little behind because I just moved and that took up a lot of my time. I usually like to have at least 2 videos between these live shows, and I only got, I think, 1. And I feel like I let everybody down. I'm sorry if I let you down.
And you said little behind.
I did. I said a little behind. But again, if you have one of these fans,
Well,
please
you
contact
said big
me.
Ass, you said big ass and then little behind.
You
So,
said it first.
know,
You said it first. You said it
You
first.
kind of made the whole thing work.
I did, yeah. But please, you can go here and contact me, or you can go here and email me if I can have the use of your fan.
Little behind fan.
Yeah. And now it's time to give something away.
We're giving away more junk.
It is absolutely not junk. It's a really cool thing, and you can win it right now. Osmo Pocket not included. It's this part. This part.
Nice.
Phone not included. So this part and this part, not this part or that part. But
Wait. What about the phone? Because I want the phone.
Nope, no phone. No. No. But this is very well made. It's got all kinds
What about
of...
the hand? The hand that's on it. Can
Sure, you get the hand.
Chop that
Absolutely.
off
Oh,
and
yeah.
include it.
I'll send that. But it's got all these attachments. It'll, when you're using your Osmo Pocket with your phone as a monitor, which is, you really should be able to do that without this falling off. If you didn't have this, it's kind of flopping around, right? Would you agree?
Yeah, no, this is the D-Floppinator, right?
It
the
is
D-Floppinator 2000.
Floppinator 2. No, it's a 3000. We've upgraded since, yeah. So the D-Floppinator could be yours, and I have one question. First person to get this question correct will win.
And it has to do with the thing that goes on it, because I know the question.
Yes. And I need your. It's up to Kelly who wins. So he's gonna.
All right, I'm gonna be the eagle eye on the chat. Is that
Yes.
what you want?
Yeah. And
Okay.
again, this is made of aluminum or aluminium, depending on what part of the world you're in. And it's adjustable. It comes with an Allen wrench. It's really well made. And it's
Comes with an Allen wrench?
Oh man.
Jeez.
Alan was upset about it, but he gave up his wrench. So it's made by Catifo.
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 Oh, now wait. Here's the problem. I can watch for answers, but and I know you showed me the answer earlier, but I don't actually remember what it was.
That's
So,
okay. That's
all right.
okay.
All right. I'll just watch for answers that look legit, or you can text it to me while people are going. Whatever you want.
Okay, so here is the question. The question is, for the Osmo pocket holder thingamawhat's, it's 3000. What is the current Osmo Pocket firmware version number?
Ooh, here it goes.
First
Go,
correct
people.
answer. What is the current Osmo Pocket firmware version number? And go.
Assuming it hasn't changed in the last 2 hours when you looked it up.
Right. Well, this version was released on April 2nd.
Version 200 V2. No.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a
42. The answer to everything. Sorry, Gary. That's not right.
It's kind of a series of numbers.
Good one.
But if you're looking
1.4 Axis 4.1.
Yeah, I can tell you that it's on the DJI side.
1.4.0.20. Is that it?
No, people are just making stuff up now.
Like everybody's got 420.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Oh.
I'm getting a lot of show or hide things. I need to slow this down.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
And I actually need to be in all chat, live chat, not.
Yes,
not
that's
top.
another thing. By the way, if you're in top chat, you're gonna miss the answers. Make sure you're in live chat.
So 1.4.0.2 is not correct. Oh, here we go. V01.06.00.20.
I think we have a winner. It's the first one that I saw, but of course I will go back and double check. But the first one that I saw, and I think
Skyview Media.
I think it is Skyview Media.
Skyview Media.
And here is the correct answer, just in case you're curious. It's version 01060020. Is that right?
You put the wrong thing up.
I did.
You put up the thing that said top chat.
What? No, I didn't. There it is. Right there. There's the answer right there.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm behind.
060020.
Yep.
Oh, you got a little. Are you lagging? A little lag?
Skyview Media. Congrats.
Very good, sir. All right, and again, I'll go back and check. But remember,
The decision of the judge is final.
No, that's right. He even got the lowercase v. Some people put a capital V. He put the lowercase v. So
copied and pasted it. And that's what you got to do. All right. So
some people are putting the date. I see. That's why they put the date instead of the version. So
yeah.
Skyview Media, way to go. You're a genius.
Very good. All right. Now this is sad, and I hate to see anyone losing their drone, but Richard Brown Richard Brown lost his little spark in the river.
Downtown Richard Brown.
I'm sorry, Richard. Let's have a moment of silence for Richard Spark. Okay, that's long enough. He says, "Hey Ken, here's a clip of the last video from my Spark. I lost it in the water because I was flying without GPS." Oh. So
Not cool, Richard. Not cool.
No. Wait. No. That's not it. The wrong one. And now here's Kelly with a joke.
Oh, yes. What is a bacteria? A bacteria. It's the rear entrance to a cafeteria.
Hey, come on. Anyway, I don't have the video.
You were talking about sad things, though.
Yeah.
There's this really classic. I'm a big fan of The Simpsons, in case people didn't know. There's this really classic where Mr. Smithers is introducing a comedy act. I think it might have been Homer doing comedy. And he says, before we start, everyone, I just want to announce that there was a puppy that was run over in the parking lot. It was injured very badly. And now the comical stylings of Homer Simpson.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I love that.
Losing a spark is a down thing, but Richard also sent a version of Razzmatazz that he did himself.
What?
It's very short, so I looped it 3 times.
Okay.
Enjoy the Razzie stylings of Richard Brown, fresh off of his.
This is gonna feel like a massage as well.
Oh, it's got a bonus. Check it out.
Razzmatazz.
And again.
Razzmatazz.
And one more
Can you
time.
do a little sample with that? The wiki razzmatazz. Yes. Nice.
That's great. Thank you, Richard. I hope your self-imposed razzmatazz helps you heal.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'll have to do a remix later.
Please do.
Yeah. The viewer video of the week is really, really interesting. Again, it all comes down to location. Yes, and this location is fantastic. So,
just like real estate.
Very true. Sorry, your choice. Would you like to see a really well done video by a first-time flyer, or would you like to see an abandoned marine base?
My choice?
Yeah, your choice.
Oh, abandoned marine base, of course.
Okay, all right. This is from Chris Molina. He says, "Hey, Ken, finally had a free Thursday to tune in to TNL last week. Love the show. Thank you. Here are some of my vids that I wanted you to have to check out. The first one is an abandoned marine base in Orange County, California. It was my first duty station, and it was decommissioned in 1999. I love abandoned stuff. Here that is.
Love the music.
Very well done. Thank you, Marines.
Yeah.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Yeah, Semper Fi. All right. Thank you, Chris Molina.
How do you get permission to fly on that? I mean, that seems like that would be. You guys. I often see you on these abandoned places, like going there, flying there, etc. I can't think of any abandoned place around here I could go to, and maybe because Austin is like a growing city that's every place is getting bought, but. I don't know.
I would love to go to Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit is just if I weren't afraid to get shot and or stabbed, I would go to Detroit. I'm sure it's not that way, but there are a lot of abandoned places there.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of abandoned. I like to see how things decay over time. It's just
like us.
Yeah, I mean, I see that every morning in the mirror. Yeah.
There it is, right there. Right.
Oh, there I am again.
Decay over time.
A little bit more
As a matter of
decay.
fact, this show was almost an abandoned place in the beginning.
That's true.
When we started.
I'm very curious how YouTube's going to handle that, because if I restart the stream quick enough, it'll slap them together. So I'm as curious as anyone else. But now let's go ahead to Mr. First Timer. This is Mike. He says, "Absolutely love your channel, and I'm learning a lot. And I'm brand spanking new to the world of drones. Welcome, sir. I got my first drone, which is a Mavic Pro 2, this past Christmas, because I got roped into doing a drone job this coming September. Never owned a drone, so I figured I'd better get one. That's another story. Anyhow, I drove around yesterday practicing my cinematic shots. Also played around with color grading and LUTs. Lesson learned. Take more memory cards with me. I filled up that 32 gig card pretty quickly. Let me know what you think. I could use a critique, some constructive criticism if you would. Thank you, Mike." He says, "P.S. taking my Part 107 test in a couple weeks. Thanks for recommending RemotePilot101.com. Yes, RemotePilot101.com, great place if you're in the United States and you want to learn the stuff for your Part 107. You can get a discount, 30% off if you use Heron 18. So this is the first time, and he did a great job. This is from Mike.
Man, everybody's on point with their music tonight.
Some people, when they first start out, you know, Kelly, you've seen beginners, they they don't have. He's got a knack for it here.
Yeah.
You know, you would tend to be a little bit herky-jerky, but he's very purposeful, heading right
very smooth
towards. He look, maybe even planned it out in his head a little bit.
Yeah, I can't stand jerky yaw movements. That's my annoying thing.
Right.
But smooth yaw, I love the smooth yaw.
You can't treat your drone eye as you would your own eye. You can't be looking around everywhere.
Oh, we should make a T-shirt out of that. Don't treat your drone eye like your own eye. I love it.
Oh, wow.
Copyright 2019, Ken Heron.
Wow, a little nugget for you.
It's sort of like check yourself before you wreck yourself, right?
Yeah, I guess so. See, I'm going to forget what I just said. What did I just say again?
Don't treat your drone eye like your own eye.
With your own eye. Yeah, okay. Okay. Thanks, me.
Okay.
Very good. And good job, Mike. Very good.
Yeah, very well done. That's really and I could see where he was playing with the LUTs because everything has kind of a warm sort of sepia tone to it. I personally don't mess with them because it's so much work, but it did look cool.
Yeah, and here's another T-shirt. Don't go nuts with your LUTs. We're just cranking them out.
All right. Do you know what LUT stands for?
No, I don't.
It's lookup table. It's basically setting parameters via a lookup table.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, the show is going kind of long, and I appreciate you being with us here this evening.
Glad to be here. I just hope I don't get blamed for all the gremlins in the beginning.
Nah.
I was only responsible for a tiny number of them.
I have some glass bottles outside that I'm going to just smash to make myself feel better later.
Very good. Smash them over your head.
It'll be very cathartic, yes. So you haven't been here with me for a viewer visit, have you?
I have not, no.
So let's bring someone in.
What's on your mind? We'd really like to hear.
Just random viewer. Actually, not so random. Joe Cassieri tried to get on last time.
Joe!
And you know him?
Yeah, Joe. Good
old Joe. So I'm going to try to bring him in because I tried desperately last time and it just failed. So we're going to try again. In the meantime, if you want to be a viewer visit, if this fails again, please put your Skype username in the chat and I will grab somebody. And now here is Kelly with another joke.
All right. What kind of artist can't you trust? A sculptor because he's always chiseling. Oh, that's a bad one.
Wow.
Why did the baker quit his job? Because it was crummy. I like that one.
My goodness. All right, so we're going to try to bring Joe in.
Why can't you keep a secret at a bank?
Why?
Because it's full of tellers.
That was pretty good. I got to hand that one to you. Yeah.
I like that one. Don't ever co-host without this, folks. As a matter of fact, I'll put a link to the Amazon description. In the description, there'll be a link to this book.
All right.
If you're ever going to co-host, and even I think you should make the viewer tell a joke too when he comes on.
Now, it says he's not online.
Oh, jeez.
Joe, you're killing me. That was your last chance. And bye, sir. We will never talk. I'm sorry. That's sad.
Too bad, so sad.
All right.
But don't let your drone eyes be your own eyes. That's all I got to say about that.
That's wise words. How'd you come up with that?
This genius guy said it to me one time.
All right, let's see. Is there anybody in here? Oh, Florida Boy. Let's see. We can try to get Florida Boy on.
All right, Florida Boy.
Florida Boy is a young kid, and he every time we do a Would You Ride It, no matter how crazy it is, he's like, yeah, I'd do it. So I'm guessing he's probably about 15.
All right.
Because you know how 15-year-olds are all made of rubber.
I have a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old, so they're right on either side.
Yeah. Now again, this is your Skype username, not your Google Hangouts, not your anything else. So.
Damn millennial.
It says he's not online.
Post millennial.
I got two for you. I got one in Germany and I got one here.
Oh yeah, auf Deutsch. Yeah, Germany. Let's do it.
Let's try.
I can practice my Deutsch.
And if I don't get anybody this time, because we've had viewer visits in the past, very, very good awesome people. But if we don't get anybody this time, we're going to cancel this segment and never do it again.
What did one skunk say to the other?
What?
So do you.
Ah, that's good. Ah, this is failing miserably. Well, hey, we failed in the beginning. Why not fail at the end? Anybody else?
You want another joke?
Let's see. Sure. Let's try to get addicted to drones on.
Where do cars get the most flat tires?
Where?
Where there's a fork in the road.
Mm.
Ah. Ooh.
Oh wait, is this Ed?
Did we get the German guy?
Ed Shiver, is that you? Dude,
Ed?
No, he's not on. I put his name in there and it tells me if they're online. Okay, you've got to be online. Otherwise, I can't call you. Do you know how Skype works?
Wow. So Ken,
yes,
tell
sir.
me this.
Yeah.
Riddle me this, Ken.
Uh-huh.
When you come to Texas and you fire this weapon,
Yes.
that's going to make things explode. Is there going to be drone shots of that?
Yes, we'll have drones in the air. We'll have the slow motion camera going, and I think we've got Ed.
Oh.
Ed, are you there?
I'm here.
Ed, welcome to the show. Okay.
Hey.
Hi, Ed.
Hey, and Kelly has
How you doing?
Kelly has frozen. All right, so now
where are you, Ed? Where are you
In
located?
Florida.
You're in Florida.
All right.
Yes, sir.
What city?
Orlando, St. Cloud area, mid Florida.
Very cool. Well, welcome. So glad to have you on.
And nobody uses their real name in the see now because I have to make Kelly is frozen.
Oh goodness. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can't. You're not moving.
At least I'm frozen in a cool position.
That's true.
I look pretty dapper there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now I can see Ed. Hey, Ed. But nobody else can see you until I do things. So you guys just talk amongst yourselves while I try to figure this out.
So Ed, as a Orlando sort of Florida resident, do you go to the Disney properties often?
I used to work for them for about 6 years, and yes, I've gone quite a few times actually.
Cool.
Ed,
cool. And how long have you been in Florida?
I've lived here my whole life. I retired last Friday.
Ed, please tell me your username. I've got a list of them, and I don't know which one you are. What is your username?
Username is in what? I'm not too much computer savvy.
Okay.
Well, for Skype, what do you log into? Is it like E and your last name, or is it?
And I don't know where to find it over here because
I log in as eBoop.
What is it? Something?
EBOOP49.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Okay.
eBoop 49. I like it. That's cool. And Ed, where did you retire from?
I retired from Osceola County Parks and Recreation.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Did you have to chase down many gators over in your career?
No, but I've seen a lot of them.
Here's what I'm going to do.
That's
do
pretty
it this
common,
way.
right? In the parks there?
Yes, sir.
There he is.
I have a friend who's buying a house near Orlando, actually, and it has a pool, and it's near the water, and he actually has a gator net around the pool.
Well, that's probably a good idea. A lot of people have a problem with feeding the gators, and then when the gators come up to be fed and nobody feeds them, they get really aggressive.
Wow.
Ed, you've got a tattoo on your hand there. How many other tattoos you got? Are you a tattoo guy?
Yes, sir. I used to do tattoos.
Oh, you're a tattoo artist.
I have one, two. I don't even know. To be honest, I think I have about.
How many do you have, Ken? Do you even know?
I got a few. I mean, I have sleeves, so I don't know if that counts as one or a whole bunch.
I was gonna say it's just like two big ones.
Yeah, it's just But man, I really wish I could figure this out. Again, there's people out there. Well, just do this, just do that. So
reboot.
Yeah, reboot. I'm not gonna reboot.
Hey Ken, do you know who I am?
You're Ed. You're the guy who made me my clock. You're the guy who built this for me.
Yes, I am.
And I
absolutely
thank you. I was going to mention that, and I thank you very much. Am I saying your name right? Is it Shiver or Shiver?
It's Shiver.
Okay, now he's working on the lag. But Ed, thank you so much for building that clock. It's magnificent. It is just a glorious thing.
It is really cool.
How long did it take you to make that?
Actually, it took me about a day and a half.
Oh my! Well, you are awesome, and that's very nice of you. I was very touched when I received that, and I cherish it.
I was very touched for your show because I have learned so much on it.
Well, thank you. You know, whenever I get discouraged when things are going wrong with this stream, or if I'm ever having a bad day, I just remember what a great community I'm part of, and people like you that are in the community that it really has changed my life because you know, I'm doing this stuff all the time for you guys, and I very much enjoy it. And to know that you guys are learning and having fun along with me, it means a lot, and I thank you very much.
No, Ken, we thank you.
When I find myself learning things, Ken Heron comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Oh,
let it be.
Let it be.
Yeah. Ed, what kind of drones do you have?
I have the Phantom 4.
Okay.
Sweet.
And I might have missed it, but what part of the country are you in?
I'm in Central Florida, St. Cloud, Florida, to be exact.
And what do you usually get out there and what do you film?
I try to film, mostly I film a lot of our parks before I retired. And right now I'm the one that has to raise my grandchildren. So it's kind of hard to get out with a 2-year-old and 6-year-old.
Oh, okay. And do you want to mention their names at all?
Yeah, it's Mackenzie and Richie.
Mackenzie and Richie, you got a great grandfather. Yeah. What other kind of things do you make? I'm assuming you have a wood shop or something. You got like a garage or something. You build things.
Well, yeah, it's just a regular 2-car garage. I have to pull stuff out to get my wood tools out. But I just recently made my wife a dehydrator, like a self dehydrator. I don't know if I could show it to you. I will walk over there and hopefully you can see it.
Yeah, let's see the dehydrator. Of all the things I expected to see tonight, it was not a homemade dehydrator.
I just use tequila for that. It dehydrates me.
She dehydrates herbs and stuff like that. She's pretty good at it, actually.
Okay.
This is it here.
Oh, neat.
That's cool.
Can you make beef jerky and stuff in that too?
Pigeon jerky.
I don't know if it was spoiled or not, but you could try. I could try.
Your mission is to capture a pigeon, put it in there, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, just a live pigeon. Put it in there. I'm sure it'd be delicious. Yeah.
We're in Florida. We don't have too many pigeons.
No.
All right, then a gator.
The gator, yeah, stuff a gator in there.
Easy. Oh, if you ever come to Florida, you gotta try gator jerky. It's awesome.
Oh, nice.
And I've seen signs. I was born in Florida. I was born in Cape Canaveral, Florida. I've seen signs like warning gator in here, like, you know, near ponds and things. They will eat people's dogs, those things, won't they?
Oh, absolutely. Especially small dogs.
Oh, dear. Well, me and Henry will not be visiting you, I'm afraid. Not until they eradicate all the gators. Ed, thank you so much for being our viewer visitor.
Well, I appreciate it. I thank you.
And again, thank you for the lovely clock. It sits here behind me. It's the last thing that I turn off at the end of the show. I turn off the RAS and end the show. And I think about you every time. And you're awesome, and we need more people like yourself, sir.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you calling me.
All right.
Good night.
See ya.
Nice to see you.
Okay.
Good night.
Bye, buddy. Bye.
Good night.
All right. Wow. Well, that worked out, even though I couldn't get the video exactly right. Good old Ed. Man, you still there, Kelly?
I'm still here.
Okay.
I just saw Doug. Doug was talking about making seagull jerky. That might be interesting as well.
Seagull jerky. Okay, and I'm gonna try to.
If you live on the coast, you know.
Just about the end of the show, as I try to look. For those who don't know, I got a lot of stuff, a lot of buttons to press here, hitting the microphone and everything. Camera 2.
Here, I'm gonna do my razzmatazz.
Oh, that's
Like
lovely.
that?
Lovely. All right, so I guess, do you have anything else that you wanted to add this evening?
I've got just a quick 40 more minutes and we'll be good. No, I wanted to mention a couple of quick things. So I'll be on tomorrow night, First Friday.
Yes.
And I'm expecting a potentially a similar kind of problem because I'm going to be doing this with Greg from OzByDrone. We're going to do this simulcast kind of thing. And so tune in. It should be either fun or a big disaster, but either way, it's worth watching, number one. And number two, I have a box. It's upstairs because that's where I set up originally. It is from DJI. It's about this big. And I'm going to be giving away the contents to somebody, and I'm going to tell everybody how to win it tomorrow night on First Friday. So if you're interested in winning this box from DJI that's about this big, that has unknown contents at this moment, tune in tomorrow night, and I'll explain how to do it.
Okay, wonderful. And River Mersey says, Ken Heron for 100K subs and the YouTube silver plaque. Can I see yours one more time, please?
Oh, yeah.
He sets it on the floor as if it was so much garbage. Oh! You just licked your plaque?
I licked my plaque.
I licked my plaque and then I brushed my teeth and it's gone. That's all the plaque I have.
It's what keeps my breath fresh.
Oh, boy. All right, well,
Ken, it's been really fun. I appreciate you having me on. I'd love to do this more often. And, I hope that the audience enjoyed it as much as I did.
Well, it's not over quite yet because we have the viewer video of the week. Woo! And it is fantastic. And it's from a guy who's sent me a lot of things over the years. And everybody knows him as the Drone Trucker. You know the Drone Trucker. He says, Ken, there's a big rock in Rock Castle, Kentucky that's covered with colorful graffiti. I took my drone out there to show you Graffiti Rock. It's technically on private property, so not many people get to see it. The art goes right up to the edges, so that means people are risking their lives to paint there. And the Drone Trucker, you will see in this video, stands right on the edge as he's flying his drone. Very often people get a little dizzy when they're watching their monitor, but dude is standing right on. Anyway, there have actually been a few deaths on or near the rock, but right now there are no plans to remove the graffiti, so vandals continue adding to the mural over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Drone Trucker, it is the viewer video of the week. Enjoy. How would you get out there to do that?
Drive your truck.
Nobody mean like to hang off the side and spray paint that stuff? I'm talking about the artists.
Oh, the graffiti, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
they'll go to great lengths. They will really go to great lengths to do that sort of thing. By the way, I don't know if you noticed several all caps from Debbie Jackson about the light giveaway. Is that something that you promised earlier this week?
That's going to go for another week.
Okay, Debbie, you got to turn in next week for the light giveaway.
It's about location. You find something cool and you share it. We never would have seen this had the Drone Trucker not gone out there and done this.
You know that Drone Trucker is a bad mother trucker.
Shut your mouth. I'm just talking about Shaft. Oh my goodness. That's a reference to a 70s show. Millennials.
We're showing our age.
Yeah. That's absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Drone Trucker.
That's really cool.
Yes.
It kind of, if you took an Osmo Pocket and you ran it along your arm, it would kind of be a similar vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very much like I have graffiti on my arm. Yes. So Debbie, was it? She was talking about the giveaway.
Debbie Jackson was asking about the light giveaway.
Yeah, this LED, is the aperture light here.
Which you say is amazing.
It really is. It's a very well-made light. It's got this magnet diffuser on here. It's about $150. Going to give this away. It's got the heat sink on the back. Very solidly made. I always say, you know I say this, if something will hurt your toe, if you drop it on it, then it is a solidly made item. And so
and I shared with you that I lost a toenail by dropping a record deck, a 3/4 inch record deck. It was a Sony 9650 record deck on my toe. The heat sink hit it, and off came the nail.
The heat sink hit it?
Yep.
Well, I think you probably hurt yourself. Hey, all right. And with that, it's time to say goodbye.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
Thank you so much for sporting my shirt. Kelly Shores from ReadySetDrone. Thank you, Ian Titchener, for being on from the UK. He is now, no doubt, sound asleep. Thank you, Jeff Sills. Thanks to everybody who patiently waited for me to have my spaz outfit in the beginning of this stream. Again, I don't know how YouTube's going to handle it, but if you like what you see, please tell people about it. I'm not that good at marketing myself. Maybe someone I know with more subscribers could, mention me on his channel. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing.
And bye.
the killer to process meat. Enjoy pigeon jerky, and you'll give your family a treat. It's balanced nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them grow. You'll enjoy pigeon jerky.
What the hell I could process meat? Yeah. That was so funny.